Welcome back to my backyard snack yard on a beautiful June day here in Dorset, England. We are just having a look at my red devil apple tree, which is full of apples, and we've just experienced the June drop. Look at all these little apples that have dropped off overnight. We did have a quite stormy night, so that helped it, but very often in June the trees naturally lose whatever apples they don't want to hold on to. So very often when you see clusters of apples form after it's flowered, there are usually loads of apples all stuck together. I've already thinned some of them out because while you can wait till June, sometimes the tree doesn't lose enough and then you end up with a bunch of small apples. Like here we got 3 and originally there were about 6, so I have already halved them, and then these 3 are left, and I might even take away one more because then those 2 will have adequate spacing pretty much. Very often people actually take away another one, maybe this one or this one, just to actually give enough space for each apple, but I like to leave at least 2. There's still quite a few little bunches there of 3s, but I might just leave them. Like in this one, it's really easy to see you'd want to take away this one, for instance. So you can always see which ones look a little bit more sickly or a bit smaller, or maybe won't get adequate lighting, and you can just choose which ones you leave on. But down here, the tree did it for me and lost loads of them. So sometimes if you start doing it too early, then when June drop comes along, you lose loads of apples, and then in the end you end up with not very many. But look down here, there's really big bunches, and you see these ones, if I were to leave all of these together, we'd end up with really tiny ones. So it is important to come around and check that they are thinning out adequately. And then if you look here, for example, this one here looks a little bit malformed, so we can get rid of him. And sometimes it's not very easy, it's about being a bit careful too, but there's so many in there, so I need to get rid of some of them. Lots of times little insects like to live in between the apples too when they're really close, and it just doesn't benefit them at all. So it's much better to thin them out, and I will be doing that because you can see some of them are quite large already. These apples do get really big, so they just start growing really quickly, especially we're having so much rain now, so it's really nice for all the trees. But I wanted to show you, look, these ones are getting rosy already. How beautiful. So nice. I could get rid of this one, for example, and just give those ones enough space to grow. The tree is so big, it's so full. And we just actually back from a little village fete, a little fair. So sweet, so quintessentially English. It was really cute, and also the weather was properly English too. It was really overcast, and it had that sort of smell of rain in the air. It didn't actually rain, which was very lucky. Look at these ones. I overwintered these ones in the greenhouse, and they are orange scented pelargoniums, or they're called orange scented geraniums, but they are pelargoniums, and they just have this really wonderful orange scent. Super beautiful, and the flowers are gorgeous too. Really nice. But I did want to show you at that little village country fete, they had a little plant stall, and it's all sort of donation plants. So it's ones that the villagers, I guess, or people in surrounding villages, when they were separating their plants, they might have had too many, so they donated them. And then of course they all sell them there at really good prices. And of course you want to support the village, so you end up buying a few. And I got this little pot here of poppies, and they should flower this year. I think there's even a sedum in there actually, I just saw that now. Look at that, a little sedum. But yeah, really cute little poppies. So poppies don't like much disturbance. These are just annuals, so it should flower this year, maybe a bit later in a few weeks' time. So I'll just get them into the ground somewhere. But I love poppies, and I always do try to sow them. Really often poppies don't seem to take in my garden. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I will get a few. I'll show you. I'll get a few down here. Always a few down here. Ah, here's one. pretty purple one, a frilly one. That's lovely. I didn't know it was flowering today, but yeah, it's lovely. And then I also saw one over here. It's not quite in flower yet. But these are just annuals, and I don't know why. Sometimes I just try to sow loads of seeds, but then all I get is just the one or two or three, but not many. So it's nice to have a few more, and hopefully to be some pretty ones. That's the thing, there are barely any tags or names or labels on any of the plants, so it's just like, well, you can see what you're getting. This one here is a surprise columbine, because they weren't sure what color it was going to be, but they're such lovely plants. I do love columbines, and I really wanted to get this one. It's a borage. It actually says borage on it. And borage is such a lovely herb. It has these beautiful blue star-shaped little flowers. And it's supposed to have like a sort of cucumbery scent and flavor to it. The flowers are edible. And the borage also makes really good compost tea for plants. So lots of uses for it. And I've never had any in my garden. I've always had comfrey instead. Lots of comfrey this year, which I have used as sort of a really good mulch, because it rots down and really feeds the plants. That you just sprinkle the leaves over, the fresh leaves, and they sort of dry up, rot down, and just really do well. So I've enjoyed that one, but I've always wanted to have a bit of borage too. So really pleased to have found this one. And this is such a beautiful hosta. Look at it. It is big and lush. It's one of the pricier plants there, because these little guys cost £1 each. And then this one cost a bit more, but it's so much bigger. Look at it. And for ages, I didn't dare buy these ones because they just are proper snail and slug bait. Snails and slugs love them. So I would always just try to plant them out and see them eaten a little while later. But now that we have Bertie, I've planted some near him. So near his little house. Over here in this little corner. And they're doing really well. They're kind of hidden right now, but they are alive. Look here, look here. This one is a beautiful variegated one, and look at those leaves, totally untouched. I need to check on this lupin and give him some support, but look at that. Gorgeous hosta. And he did have some beautiful purple flowers. That's a beautiful one too. Kind of a bluey hosta. But yeah, my lupins are starting to go to seed now. I really should nip these guys off and try to encourage it to flower again. There's a white one there. And look at these. Oh my goodness, I love these so much. This color is just so stunning. And this rose is also my favorite rose I've found. It really is well loved by little bugs too, I must say. But it's beautiful. It's an old English apricot flower. It has a great smell. But back to the ones we just got. Passing the peony. Look at that fluffiness. Oh. Oh, look at the figgies. Okay, back again. And finally, the last one I got was this, a foxglove. I already have some foxgloves, as I just showed you, but this is a beauty too. And I don't know how it got in there. I must have chosen it, I guess. Oh, one more thing I have to show you before I move on. I just remembered. It was the first peony I ever found. Oh, look at our pink currants. They are really turning pink, all protected in there from all the birds. Looking so big, actually. Look how big some of them are. Oh, and the pink, the red pears. These are red William pears. We have 3 here because it's a brand new tree. So Just 3, and then there's also been 2 new ones up here. They're just set. But this over here, so beautiful. This is the first peony I ever saw, and I just fell in love with it. It's so big and beautiful. It's called a bowl of beauty. Just look at that. I love it. Such a stunner. So that was all I wanted to show you today. Actually, a bit more than I wanted to show you, but thank you for joining me. I hope you are having a lovely Sunday. You can hear the church bells ringing now. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.